1 of 3. Perfect, because I'm getting 1 of 3 that you were hoping for. Do you understand it? So it's his way of validating that he's 1 of 3 that you were hoping for. Wonderful. Whew. Yeah. Sometimes when they come through, I'll feel what they went through just for a couple seconds. Sometimes it like really stays with me and affects me. I'm like scooting back. Okay, maybe that'll be okay. But when I start to feel what happened with the lungs with the emphysema, it's like my breathing is completely shut off. And that's how I know there was a really hard struggle with this, that he had it for quite a while. And that it was ongoing. He's saying to me his actions led to. Do you understand? And I can smell the smoke and I feel like I want to smoke. Now, someone can pass the emphysema, but they may not be a smoker. So when someone comes through and they start to validate themselves and they start to make me feel that there's the passing of emphysema, it doesn't always mean that they were a smoker, because there's other ways you can get emphysema as well. So it's his way of acknowledging by me smelling that smoke and feeling like I want to smoke the cigarette, that he's taken responsibilities for the actions that led to how he passed. Do you understand it? Good. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm gonna welcome him. And I'm going to slowly listen to him. Did you feel close to him? Because he makes me feel like I want to hug you. When they make me feel like I want to hug you, that's how I know you're close. If they put me on the roller coaster, that's how I know there's ups and downs in a relationship. And if they draw the wall and I want to separate myself, it's their way of acknowledging there was some kind of separation or divide before the passing. But he makes me feel like you were like his princess. I don't know how to describe that. Meaning that he always tried to make sure that he did everything he could for you. He said, I always didn't do the best job, but I always tried. I don't know what that's about. And when they make me feel that and I see the personal wall, that means I'm only allowed to say that sentence because you would understand. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Who's the female maternal energy you were hoping for? Perfect. Because I can feel her just behind him, but I don't have her stepping in yet. Do you understand? Wonderful. Who recognizes the name Virginia? Virginia. Okay, did they call her Ginny? I feel like I want to shorten her name, so that's usually either Ginny or there was some kind of other nickname they called her. But I'm talking to her dad now. I feel that maternal energy, which is her grandmother just behind. And then there's a lady standing over here just past my husband's right shoulder going, my name is Virginia. Perfect. Good. Okay. So if she steps in, that's wonderful. It's just me starting to feel her already. Okay? Good. All right. So I'm just going to listen to what he's saying to me. I'm being told he was the one given the November to wish you a happy birthday. Meaning he's saying to me, I needed her to know that I was there that day, and it was my way of saying happy birthday to her and that we celebrated with her. Okay? Perfect. I'm going to ask him what else he wants to say. He said it was really hard for me in the end, and I'm being told he needed support. I feel like there's oxygen going on my face. So that means either in the end or leading up to, and he's laying me in the bed. I can feel the white sheets and metal bars, so it's some type of hospital bed. So sometimes they'll make me feel the monitors, and I can hear the clicking if they're in a hospital. Do you understand it? Or sometimes this can be hospice, but he makes me feel like he's in the hospital in the end. Do you understand? Wonderful. So he's actually taking me into the hospital room with him. I'm laying in the bed, and I'm feeling the white sheets and the metal bars. Okay? So I'm asking him why he wants to show this to me. He just said there was time for my family to prepare, but not like they expected. Do you understand it? Good. And you felt like you had a chance to talk to him, but there wasn't like, you didn't feel like there was a full goodbye from him. Do you understand? Because he does this. He's laying in the bed and he's doing this. And he's saying to me he wasn't as vocal as he could have been. And they're making me feel he's doing the in and out, because they're saying to me he needed the support for the oxygen in the end, because it was the only way he could actually breathe and actually be able to even function, because it was that extreme. Okay? Because sometimes they'll make me feel early stages of emphysema. I'm being told this hit him hard. Do you understand it? Perfect. right, I'm asking him what he wants to give me. You just wanted to know that he was at peace. Do you understand? Perfect. Was he the main person on your mind today? Okay. That's what they said to me before. They were saying to me you were hoping for 3. Okay? When they say main to me, it's either he's the main person you were hoping for or he's the main person that's going to step in for you today, which is fine, even though I feel that grandmother energy. I'm being told I may get just a few short sentences from her, which is perfectly okay. He still has me laying in the hospital bed, so I know there's more he wants to show me about this. Okay? So I'm just going to let him show me. This is where he passed? Because he just said this is where I passed, meaning they're getting ready to show me his crossover. Because they can put me in the hospital bed and they can be in and out of the hospital just before the passing, and then I could be moved in home or I can be moved into a facility. It's his way of acknowledging this is where he actually took his last breaths. So I'm actually going to see that happen and then start to see him being met from the other side. And I'm being told there was 4 people there. So I'm seeing all this white light, I'm getting faces, but I'm not getting the acknowledgement with you, and that's perfectly okay. He's saying to me family was in and visiting in and out. Do you understand? Perfect. He's saying to me he wasn't talking in the end. Do you understand? Because he just said to me, I didn't really have a chance to talk to them just before I passed, and that's how I know he wasn't talking in the end. That's that vocalness my guide said that I was feeling earlier. Okay? He just said, tell her that I wasn't afraid to go, and they took some of my pain away in those last moments of what I was feeling, so it was easier for me. That's what he just said, okay? I could see the white dove, the wings spreading out in front of his chest. He's passing loving energy. It's just his way of saying that he loves you, okay? That's all it is. I'm going to ask him if there's anything else he wants to say really quickly. He said, I wanted to tell my daughter I love her. And that's nothing I ever really spoke too much of. Do you understand it? When they say that to me, it can mean that they never said it or they didn't say it very often. And I feel like with him, he didn't say it very often. Do you understand it? Perfect. He said, I know she knows how much we cared about each other, but there's things I should have said to her more so she knew how much I loved her. Do you understand? Good. He says there's some things I did in my life that I'm not proud of. We're not going to go there. Do you understand it? Okay. He said I definitely made a lot of mistakes along the way. And I know that this is what he's saying to me. There's a part of you that is upset about some of the things that he chose to do, but then there's the other part of you that tries to just love and accept him because he's your father. So you still try to give that love and respect. Do you understand? Good. He said, I've learned so much being here, meaning he's learning those life lessons on the other side, getting the forgiveness for the things that he chose to do when he was here, and he's seeing how his actions affected other people and how their actions affected him. His way of giving the apology is I feel like it doesn't just go to you. Do you understand? Meaning it goes to the family, because there's other people that were affected. I'm being told by some of the things he chose to do. We're just going to leave it like that because they're showing me the wall, which means it's personal. Okay? He said, just let her know that I'm sorry. And then I'm happy that she tried to love me with everything she had, meaning that you still gave him as much love as you could. Do you understand? Wonderful. Okay. He's pulling his energy back. He just waved to me and said thank you. So he's actually stepping out, okay? So much more I know he wanted to say, but I'm being told today was about his apology. Apology to the family because of some of the things that he chose to do. Okay? Wonderful. Okay. He's stepping out. I'm just going to wait to disconnect from his energy. Who has the Cherokee in their family? Perfect, because your grandmother just stepped in and she said, talk about the Cherokee, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Good, perfect. Okay, good. So you have a Cherokee background in the family. Perfect, that's what it is. Listen, my whole team is Native American. I have 19 of them. That's how big my team is because that's how much protection I need because of what I do, okay? So it's her acknowledgement that there's Native American through your family, and then they'll tell me what type, and I keep getting Cherokee, Cherokee. Do you understand it? They're saying to me, you're very spiritual yourself. Do you understand? Wonderful. Can you feel the presence of the energy in the room? Perfect. Because she's saying to me, the energy in the room is affecting you, and that's how I know that there's some kind of underlying ability. You don't feel them like I do, but you can feel it. Do you understand? So not only are you feeling the presence of the spirit that's here for everybody, as far as everybody's family, but you're also feeling my team as well. But she's stepping in, and I can see everyone in all this dress regalia, back the generations, and they're saying to me they were Cherokee through the family. Generations, generations, generations. We're perfect. Because they can be Cherokee, they can be Nanticoke. There's a lot of different types of Indians. My tribe is actually made up of several different types, so it's more of a unity tribe, and they're just my protection, okay? So she's stepping in. She's saying to me how extremely close you are. You feel like she's your angel and watches over you. And she said to me, I know she feels me when I'm with her. She's saying to me, you feel her in spirit. Do you understand it? And I can hear the Native American drumming just behind her. Perfect. Just the acknowledgement of the older generations as far as that tribe stepping in. Do you understand? She said to me, some of our family doesn't practice the old ways of the Cherokee tradition. Do you understand what that means? I don't understand why she's saying that, but I'm being told the older generations that are stepping in just behind her, it's their way of validating that they did. Do you understand? Perfect. Do you not practice either? Okay, it's her way of making me feel you're not the only one. Do you understand it? Good. She just said to me, it's in you. You have it. Meaning you sense spirit and you know when they're around, but you're not allowing yourself to fully open, which means that you're not allowing yourself to actually have all the connection with her that you possibly could. Do you understand? Good, good, good. She's passing all this loving energy. And she's saying to me she tried to be grounded in her tradition as much as possible, but even towards the end, she fell by the wayside, meaning that it was very ingrained in her when she was younger, and then as she got older, she practiced less and less. Do you understand? Good. She's passing loving energy. She just said to me, we're always with you in spirit, and you need to know that I love you and that I watch over you. Okay? Is Robert the third one for you? Because he just stepped in and he said, my name is Robert and I'm the third one. Perfect. Okay.